Hi there, welcome to Carcassonne. It's another Champions League match, this time between Eastern European heavyweights, mtu from Poland and bazilyuk from Ukraine. Bazilyuk lost, surprisingly actually, at the hands of Greeks Asketos, and should be considered favored against Bluster, Angostura, and Helge. So even if he were to lose today, he'd still have a chance to reach the playoffs. But of course, he also was favored against Assetos. So we see. It would definitely be better for him to win today, and with a top rating of over 800, which is the same for mtu, he definitely has a chance. mtu after today will meet two or three club, Fox and Tito Asse. This, apart from two or three club, maybe looks like he should be the favorite there. But well, he almost lost his opening match versus Austrian El Dudarino, where the dude could have played a tad better. He had basically a winning move in the decider in his hands, but didn't find it or didn't execute it. So mtu got away with one there. Here's bazilyuk's stats. So top rating slightly over 800, currently roughly at 600. And there's mtu, peak rating at 60, but came down to earth, currently rated slightly above 700. And looks like they started even a few seconds early, going for a regular time format with a slow time control. So I think 3-minute 15 max. mtu with the yellow meeples here. Actually, where is my scoreboard? Should be there, right? No, it isn't. So mtu started with straight. Maxim took this city, immediate attack by yellow, monastery, then crossroad exchanges, yellow closing their city, closing the road, starting a new city, and that's all the action so far. Well, except for this one. Blue closed both cities, dropped the farmer, and protected the monastery from a restriction. Yeah, definitely the right choice for yellow, pointing this Dorito down. So if blue were to attack it, at least they'd restrict the square next to the monastery as well. Oh, but blue gets the perfect attack here. Also defending the monastery, and the early game here looks definitely to be in yellow's favor, although I get it. I mean, creating a vulnerable square for yellow. On the other hand, blue could have also taken the field with a second farmer right then and there. But they didn't. And now it's more or less equal. At least would be almost equal if blue manages to gain entry into yellow's field. Yeah, but of course tried to attack this possible shared city, and it worked out very nicely for blue. The only problem with this configuration over here is he can't really close the monastery and extend the road else. He'd supply an option for yellow to immediately harass that city. Yellow took away one route for blue into their main field, which then would force blue to close the monastery if they want to connect. Yellow might refrain from placing anything there unless they need this meeple back ASAP, or it would allow them to score at least some compensation points. Yeah, but blue draws two perfect tiles to open up their field, so they might now have other options to gain access, or might even not care at all, just being happy with a 9, possible 12, or even more point field in the end. Might definitely be sufficient here. For now, scores tied, meeple count is tied as well, and therefore yellow now opts to close this. Sounds totally fine to me. Blue takes the lead. Quad city discarded. Bad news for mtu, because he had the starting player advantage, which evaporated by having to discard that one. Monastery. Well, over here's a 6-pointer, leaving a road to grab. There's also this 5-point square available, and something next to your city is iffy because you'd rather close the city and attack the field. Is there anything else? Yeah, I think that's the right choice. Blue could take this road, but I think they might consider attacking this field again. Well, rather on the right side, yeah, while also trying to restrict yellow city. Yeah, that's way better. Oh, with 2 daggers left, yellow doesn't opt for this one here. Maybe they will do now, even though this one here is already limited to the daggers. Yeah, and actually that is exactly what might move them to use this, because then they would have at least roses and starting cards to close the city and 2 daggers here. Whereas if they don't do anything about this situation, blue surely would use any curvy crossroad to restrict both cities to the same type of dagger. And also this takes away this route into the main field. But for now, it definitely looks better for blue. They, after closing this city, have the lead, have more meeples in hand, have the threat of this farmer, have restricted both of yellow cities, could take away this connection if they don't find anything better, but I guess they will. For example, just taking the road here might work. Also, he goes for the field. Yep. What does yellow do? Either take the road just as compensation once blue connects, or maybe go here, set up another invasion spot. But actually, I mean, the problem of this one is there are only 2 curves left. And the daggers you could use there, you need elsewhere, and there's only 1 crossroad, so I think that's too wild. Maybe rather hope that blue will take this, and you could then restrict, kill their road. Something that's really out there would be stuff like that. Meepling a farm. If it works, great. But the other problem is this one. Blue could double down on their attack, and if not, then blue could just draw a crossroad to take the road there. Yeah, and here we go. This curve will be placed there, only 1 curve left. Okay, counting. Whoa, he won't? He just restricts this? Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, looks even better, because if yellow likes to get their meeple back, they need to use a curve here, which would also connect blue into the main field. And if not, well, blue has another option. They don't need a curve here. Yep. So great move by Bazilyuk here. So how could yellow find some value? How about setting up a city there, maybe to claim but blue would claim that city, right? Yeah, maybe that's too much then. Also restricting your options over here. Yeah, it's problematic at best. They really can't do a lot about this city. Yeah, okay, this seems to be fine. Going after the square, trying to restrict that one. But blue immediately attacks yellow's most promising feature just in time before yellow was able to close this and maybe even drop another farmer. Although farming might not be the answer for yellow when you have 3 meeples stuck and blue has already dedicated 4 farmers. On the other hand, yellow is down by 17 points, and that's with a shared field, because none of the secondary farmers have made it into the main field. Now the first one, and now it's 24 points down. Oh. Blue snatches, ties yellow's most threatening feature, drops another farmer just to be absolutely sure of winning this field here. And this sure looks like a rout now. I mean, 32 points, 20 tiles left, starting player advantage gone, your opponent draws what you need. We'll see. At least mtu tries to block off farmers. So for now, well, killing this square with the retro, if you can afford it, else restricting this one while connecting here, maybe even Going for the farm. Yeah, maybe that would work. It's only one curve to kill this option. Also, while drawing all the Doritos, so blue can't connect. Yeah, well, only one left. But blue took care of this square here to give this farmer all the best chance to still connect. This takes away straights from the connection pool, but might be too slow because yellow still needs points, so maybe they just need to claim this one. Yeah. There's the splitter for blue. Definitely no good news for yellow here. Okay, kill. Yeah, that's good. But now there's only one connection option left, which yellow might also use to attack the farm. But let's see, they are at -45, so attacking the farm, well, it just not is enough. And not if blue drops another farmer. Yeah, there are still options to connect there. Frankly, no, because this. Okay, there was still a one curve. Yeah, so yellow could kill this square now. But again, just taking over, just tying the 27-point field isn't enough. They need to take it over. How could they even accomplish that one? Road monasteries are gone. Yeah, there is this one, but only one chance to connect. There are no tiles over here. And it's rather easy to block, and therefore he just kills this square. But now with a third blue farmer on the main field, no hope for yellow to get these meeples back, but this one could come back, right? Also with a farming attack. But they need to win the field, and that's not possible anymore. And actually at, 46, one field would have worked, but after this city was quite unlikely to happen. Yeah, mtuu quite likely will just kill this city, tax this field. I mean, why not? If he gets the monastery, would score another 8 points there. Yeah, where did this one went off the rails? Yeah, looks to me like this one was really crucial here. So, yeah, maybe this Dorito might have been better over here, if I remember correctly. Let's take a quick look. They still haven't started their second. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a mistake. That I think is a mistake, just because there are options to restrict this into the dagger. Although, is it a mistake, really? I think I would have used it over here, kept this like it is, to go for the attack with a cap preferably. So even if blue connects, at least I'd have two options. Yeah, looks like it. At least from the quick glance here. Looks like they haven't started the second one. Let's refresh once again, and here we go. A blank page, as they play with the regular time and not tournament. This time it's Bazilyuk starting the match, and again, one of the most interesting choices in the beginning. Do you go here to give your opponent the immediate attacking option, or do you turn this to the right to have this for yourself? But well, in some cases, get two pieces over here to not kill, restrict this one to the dagger immediately. And it's, well, depending on the style the player likes. I think if you need to secure every advantage you could possibly hope for, then turning it to the right side so it's at least protected for your next two moves, which gives you two chances to close it, is the better choice. Rough 2 points here, trying to kill a square in a mini battle. Can't really justify playing it here unless you really go for the ruin. But why, if you still have a chance to close this on your next turn? So 2 points it is. You have to concur there. Seems to be the most reasonable move. Not sure what that big jump was about. Yeah, quite likely has to defend. Still 6 tiles left if they defend to close the city immediately and snatch a field. Okay, blue takes the monastery, so the field option is still alive. Yellow quite likely will take the monastery on the left side, also controlling blue city there. One of yellow's pieces to close the city is gone, and they don't get a defense, but at least they get a suitable defensive tile, indirect defensive tile. Only starting tiles would kill this, but with two splitters, or twin caps, vertical splitters, whatever, gone, any Dorito here would have complicated yellow's situation by quite a lot. But then, if you get that much love from the deck by immediately drawing one of the pieces you need, that's of course great. So which way will he defend now? I would prefer that, as that gives 4 Doritos and daggers, 2 daggers, so 6 tiles to go here. Also gives you options, yeah, even with a field Dorito as well, to complete this city in a rather safe way. Whereas this here, I don't like that much. Maybe it's just a question whether you drop a farmer. Yeah, I think that is. And that's why mtu took so long. He contemplated whether he needs to drop this now or not. And yeah, seems sound. Because if not, then blue tries to attack your city up top and meeples the farm, just to take away the option of yellow adding a farmer here upon continuation of their city Okay, so here we go. Crucial tiles for yellow. Well, of course, this dagger, most prominently after blue's restriction. Yellow extended the city on the left with the quad city. Might consider this one, which also gives them options to restrict this square here, which could be used to further go for the kill of monastery and city. So placing something here to restrict that seems to be fine. Also, this restriction, should work to yellow's profit here. Instead, he restricts the monastery square. Okay. Maybe he wants to go for separate fields. What? BGA not updating. So blue got one of the daggers yellow needs, only 2 left. Yellow immediately came to the rescue of this monastery here. And now needs ideally a rotorito and of course still this dagger. Okay. I might have considered this one just to immediately pressure yellow city, but I get playing it a bit safer. On the other hand, yellow has a 24-point lead here, tries to secure their fields, and they actually do a pretty good job of that. Blue will attack it now. But then at least it would be a shared field. So splitter now, well, take the points, go for the kill maybe. Although it's unlikely to get all curves, but at least then blue would have to unite the fields, which would still be a profitable move for blue, because they'd take away the cities that score double. Will yellow drop another farmer? Let's see. Only 1 dagger left now. Hey, Kyrillo. Okay, they don't. And then blue jumps on the chance to attack the field again. Wrong dagger, for yellow at least. Of course, points on the left side. Maybe they think about killing this one. Not sure I'd do that. Maybe just dump another farmer there. Yeah, so if blue connects here or there, at least you'd still have the majority. There isn't really a great chance for blue to attack on the right side. There's only 1 vanilla left. Yeah, I like this one. But we'll see. MTU opts for the immediate points, which also creates another option to attack the field. Ooh, but blue goes for this one. So last vanilla. If MTU wants, he could kill the square now. But maybe with only 1 starting tile left, he'd rather place against this here. On the other hand, you could also just drop a farmer over there. And in the end, he could live with tight fields. Yeah, and he opts for that. And that's bad news for yellow. Yeah, pushing the road into this city is definitely a good choice. A straight, and then, oh yeah, curve as well, of course. And this road at least is dead, because there's no rows left, and with the straight there would even be the last dagger, but we hope for the dagger anyway. So let's see, I definitely like the curve here. Yeah, and he finds it. Great choice. But blue still has chances to close their city on the left and thwart yellow's connection. Yep, right choice. Now blue needs the dagger and 2 more caps or 3 Doritos to close that city. Seems unlikely. What is this? This gives yellow chances to restrict these, this square and protect their pit unification. Not sure I like that. I mean, it sets up outside chances of connecting later through the dagger. Doesn't strike me as a good choice. Instead, maybe going up top, hoping to draw at least something to restrict this, giving you better chances than just having a field side here, have a city side having a field side as well to execute a restriction. Maybe. Let's see. So yellow, well, there are 3 pointers available, but there's also this option, but that is a trap. Then it's set up a double whammy against your 9-point field. So that's definitely too volatile. Maybe just take the 3 points here, create a possible road to claim with the dagger later. Everything else? Anything else? Yeah, don't think playing against this here is really necessary. Okay, first connection for blue happens, which of course makes all these curves critical, as they would unite this shared field and this shared field and yellow's field, effectively taking away all field points from blue. Hey Glovier, and there is the curve in yellow's hands. Will they unite the fields or won't they? By now, they are only up at 2 points. This city, by the way, is dead. There are only 2 caps left. Although it's not, actually, it's not dead. Although it's dead. There's only 1 extender. We need a second extender. And yeah, a second extender over here and build around. Come on. Let me do an Alexi for once. How about this one here? Wouldn't that be lovely? That would be a premium city, right? But it's not possible. So back to the task at hand. Do you connect or don't you? I think I would. I think I would. On the other hand, I have this 50-50 flip here. Okay, 47-53 or something, 16, 17 tiles, even worse, maybe 46% or something. Yep, and yellow refrains from connecting all the fields. Just hopes to draw quick point tiles to get this dagger, which quite likely would win them the game. But they get the quick point tiles, while blue only gets to extend the ruin. And a basic, by the way, that's still an option to attack this. Yeah, blue doesn't really mind. They'd rather keep all their options open to still extend the ruin. So quite likely we'll do that now. Even like this, looks like they want to bait yellow into this attack. Yeah, if you're yellow, do you set up this road here? So if you draw the next curve, you could unite the fields and claim the 5 point on top. Not sure what you are talking about, Sergey. Bottom field, meaning this one? Because, yeah, sure. If you place the curve there, it's like I said, unifying 3 fields. Damn it. Getting my colors mixed here. Unifying 3 fields. These shared 2 and yellows here. Okay, yellow decreased chances of still attacking the field from here. So this, for example, would have worked, or starting tile, or the dagger with the curve. Oh yeah, right. Yellow had this chance here. And that's gone now, because blue would have at least a chance to restrict or even kill the connection square. Yeah, I mean, at long, if yellow draws all the quick point tiles, then not unifying the 3 fields definitely works for them. The problem with unifying is that would give blue a chance to still attack the field from here, for example. And a unified field would be worth, shared unified field would be worth 6 points less in the end for yellow. But this attack with the closed city quite likely wouldn't work for blue, so they'd have to find a chance to attack on the right side. Oh, by the way, there's this option with the starting tile still left. But of course, that only works when the fields are unified. Ooh, yes, of course. The starting tile here, the dagger there. Yes. But the first one doesn't hit. But now, actually, they should unify, right? I mean, is there still an option for blue with these 2 tiles to attack this field? I don't see one. They would need a curve to connect over here with the dagger. Yeah. Yeah. Great job, mtu. Great job. And he definitely will connect, either getting the long sought after dagger or the starting tile over here. And then, oh wait, why would he play the starting tile over here? He has sole control. Oh, has this updated? Doesn't look like it. Oh, damn it. Jetzt, now I know what Sergei meant. The bottom field is united. Yeah, this never was under yellow's control. Totally missed that one. So yeah, yellow will win on their last move. And there's nothing blue can do about it. Why? Please, if I blunder like this, marking a field yellow when it's actually a shared field, rip into me, let me know with clear and what? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sometimes it happens, even if it's blue and not green. And that's why I even had considered merging fields. So then the question would be, why didn't blue take this option here? I mean, they had quite a lot of tiles. Yeah, exactly. It's not in yellow's interest. Well, explain it for a 5-year-old if I don't listen to reason. Thanks very much. So in the end, yellow got the dagger, ties this match. And my question would be, wouldn't it have been better for blue to go for an attack here? Well, problem for them was this dagger alone might not have been enough. They would also need a curve. But we'll take a closer look later, maybe, or maybe even now, if they still need 2 minutes. Let's see. Again, didn't check which move. Note to self, always do that before opening the replay. So right now, there are still quick point tiles out there, but after the crossroads, I think I would have liked blue taking the bottom field. But there's only one curve left. Well, we'll see. Have they started? Not yet. Hey, Kaika. Yeah, maybe you're right. So -2 is blue. Just winning this field isn't enough. Winning this one while also adding the dagger there doesn't work unless you'd execute that later, because that would give yellow 2 meeples back. Ooh. Just talked a minute here and they are already at 6 moves. So let's check the field situation later, but to me it looks like blue had to hope to then draw the curve and starting tile, maybe dagger. I think their chances just draw the dagger and outrun yellow might have been better. We'll see. So for now, great start for mtu. Closing the city. Again, let's quickly check. Okay, yeah. Oh, nice restriction. On the other hand, that could backfire with one of the two road monasteries. Not ideal. Any curve from blue, then restrictions are bound to happen there. Might even defend like that, or go for the 75% chance setting up this one. But I guess at plus 13 early in the game, meeple security trumps all other considerations. Only 2 starting tiles left. So 1 drawn. We again protect, still 6 curves left. At some point, this road is so lucrative that then blue fly might try to share it. Yeah, looks like this one, right? Rather not see your opponent get a Dorito or the remaining splitter next turn and close the city, cut the lead in half. Yeah, Lovia, fan of content moves since I don't know when. Hoping that yellow would have taken this route. But mtu style has changed a bit in recent months, maybe even only weeks. He's not that hyper aggressive anymore. Yeah, here we go. There's the road attack as more or less promised. Yeah, why not? Lovely. Very lovely. So basically saying, well, come on, attack me, attack me, attack me, please, please, please. And then I'll just kill all of it. And if not, at least blue gets a chance. Close this one. And just imagine, yellow would have attacked. We would have seen this one waiting for one of the cows. And with 3 out there, chances for blue to win this game on the spot might have been there. On the other hand, let's see. Sorry, I don't know why this jumps. Actually, it shouldn't. I'll try to fix this for future matches. Definitely not now. But it, of course, isn't the end for yellow. Score is roughly tied. They just need to get their meeples back and attack blue's field. Yeah, and that indeed is a blue field. Oh yeah, right. Louvier suggests a blue meeple over here, and then an attack by yellow. That would have been sweet as well. Ooh. The going doesn't get easier for yellow. But how about this one? It's your last meeple. It's a perfect field attack, but it's your last meeple. Ugh. Yeah. And he refrains from going there. Just tries to close this city, builds up the monastery, which works fine. The limitation to the two remaining right-handed daggers, only one on the board so far, in many cases isn't a big problem because you are likely to get the dagger. But the question is, will you really get it, and when would it happen? Just the delay there could derail yellow's game quite significantly. Blue also attacks monastery and city at the same time. Isn't yet successful, but successfully restricted yellow's small city there to the other dagger. And goes for the jugular, tries to kill this, but it doesn't work. So 2 left, and now that yellow has 2 meeples in hand, of course they drop a farmer immediately. Ooh, shame for yellow. Would have really pushed their winning chances closing the city, but blue thwarted that plan. Yellow can't really attack blue city, else they'd endanger their connection square here. On the other hand, maybe that doesn't matter that much. I mean, blue is very likely to get a meeple back earlier than yellow. And then if you don't get this dagger anyway, even this connection might not save your game, because we are, as of now, only speaking about a 6-point field. So maybe trying for this restriction should be considered anyway. I'm not totally convinced. Okay, yeah, there aren't a lot of Doritos left, so this here actually decreases the chances of blue city by more than trying to go for the road restriction. Yellow doesn't care about this, about saving this connection or protecting this connection when they had the chance to restrict the monastery here. Okay. We are finding the silver lining here. Saying that yellow isn't even in a bad spot. At least they know which tiles they need. But there's only one dagger left after blue got one there. But at least now yellow quite surely will limit this city to only one Dorito and a horse left. I don't like the other option, so this is it. And then blue has to decide whether to defend or not. And if they defend, would be quite likely like that. Don't. They opt to leave the cat there. But if you know that you're gonna draw the next one, that's totally fine. I'm not convinced this was the right choice, though. But quite likely, yeah, they want to keep their options open. So having a good use for the Dorito and also having a good use for the quick point tile, which is the last horse for now. 3 points. They'd score. And oh, yeah, totally missed. Totally forgot this situation on the left side, on the right side. Yeah, they need the horse, or some cases might need the horse there to connect. So it definitely quite likely was advised to use it like that. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, bazilyuk takes 2 points over here. Doesn't care about this connection, which is totally fine. Connecting would only score 3 points, and as of now, it's likely that he'd be able to score these 3 points somewhere else. MTU, though, might now take one of these roads. The problem being that you'd have to do it that way to take away a 4-point road. Or maybe this. Is this better? Sets up another curve. Is it in his interest? Might be. Problem being this here then could be closed with a dagger, which he needs at the bottom, so that would be better for blue. Could consider this one, actually. There's only one straight left. Is there anything else? Yeah, he goes for it. Seems to be okay, at least to me. Okay. Yeah, that works. That works. That's a cap only blue will take, except for the rose. Oh, by the way, blue would use the dagger there, of course, and not here. But the other side, dagger would work for them. Yeah, but this is the second of 4 daggers. And if blue just gets them all, they'll simply win. Time's running out for yellow. In the end, yellow might even be forced to do stuff like this here, attacking this field with 2 meeples through the daggers, or in this case, might go here to have both dagger options. But looks like time's running out for yellow. Blue gets all the quick point tiles. Is at plus 14. Yeah, but dagger over here with the road, 6 points for yellow, 6 more points for equalizing the field. And then this one. So I think if you're blue, you just do what I suggested for yellow a few seconds earlier. Or up top. Yeah, maybe as well. because yellow needs the daggers here, and you could use them on the left side. On the other hand, yeah, this should work. Plus 14 plus 6 is 20 points. I mean, yellow then would need to draw this dagger for 12, and this dagger with a farmer plus the splitter, right? Yeah, basically all the caps and plus 20 might even be enough then, because yellow would score 6, 12 over here. This is 4 points, minus 2 for the road, plus 3. Yeah, this sounds better. Taking the 6-point field on the right side, also giving you another option to score more. Yellow scores the 4 up top, needs to draw both daggers. And even then, it quite likely won't be enough. So blue could set up this one. Doesn't really matter. There is one dagger for mtu. Just too late though. So 4 points for the field, minus 2 for the road, 3 for 4 points for the city, 3 for the field. So 5-point move, but the remaining dagger in loose hands, and even if it wouldn't have mattered. And that's exactly why I would have liked blue taking these 2 points, because in the case of yellow drawing all caps, then you'd have a 6-point ruin to take. Don't think it would have mattered, but it might have been more precise. So congratulations to Maxime. Winning against mtu definitely is no small feat here. So what did I want to check? Let's actually check whether mtu would have had any chance with all 3 caps. I don't think that were the case, but hey, and the note to self didn't work. Again, I forgot to take a look at the history. And actually, it would be simpler to use this one here, right? Yeah. So at this point, mtu scores 4 up top. What did I say about this one here at the bottom? 7, 5, right? So 5 points there. And 12 points here, right? 3 for the road, 3 for city, and 6 for these 2. We can neglect that one as it would be on a shared field. So 12. That's 21, and he's down 20. Oh, no chance at all after blue took the field. Just too late. Just too little and way too late. Yeah, and sometimes that just happens. So, anything any one of you would like me or us to check out? If not, I'll be done in a minute. So let's take a quick look at the standings again. So MTU now is at 1 match wins and losses apiece, 3 game wins, game losses as well. Still ahead of Bazilyuk due to Maxim's 0-2 loss in the first match, but at least now he's at 1 match win as well. So kept his playoff chances intact. Okay, Cyrillo, sorry. Kirillo says, check my move. Which move was that? Please, here are some coordinates. Let me know where you would have placed this starting tile. I try to figure it out from your comments as well. This one, right? Okay. Hmm. 4-7. Oh, up top. Okay. Sorry, you said right. Yeah. I don't think this changes anything. Except it's better for blue. Yeah. I mean, MTU never claims that. He has to score the 4, has to get the daggers. And even that isn't enough, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, this move 1 is more precise than move 2, I think. Because the upside for you is greater than move 2. Even though doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, well done. Yeah, definitely. I got you, Kurdo. Definitely a good find. And there are cases, and you could just deduct a few points from Bazilyuk just to create a nice puzzle where it matters whether you take the one or the other option. Of course, there might be cases where yellow's 2 daggers would be sufficient and you'd still need to score points. Then, of course, having a chance to score 6 rather than 4 would definitely be a better choice. Yeah, sometimes it's just tough. Sometimes you just get the right tile a second or a move too late, and that here was the case when yellow got the Dorito, but only a move too late after blue was able to attack their city. And of course, yellow having to navigate this rather complex situation for their cities from the get-go actually quite likely was their biggest problem in this game. Actually not even sure whether this move was the right choice. Let's take a look at again. I mean, we are already in the replay. What am I doing here? What am I doing? So this time, history loads. So we have to go back. No, we don't have to. Yeah, so yellow played this due to the imminent attack from the top, which quite likely would have killed the road, maybe even the city as well. Although, is that the problem? Is saving this road end really necessary when it's likely that your opponent would snatch the road here? I actually don't think so. I mean, if you get a curve, that's basically a blocked monastery, at least in terms of points right there. So maybe instead of this, how about we consider this move? It's not ideal, definitely not ideal due to this restriction option. If the monastery weren't there, I think mtu would have gone that way, which curbs this field a bit, gives the chance for looping around here, and avoids this fairly unfortunate situation on the left side. Yeah. Or maybe roll the dice. I wouldn't, but maybe it's not as easy for blue to try and defend there, because if they do, they'd risk, let's use a better tile, they'd risk stuff like that. Yeah, actually, might have been at least an interesting choice. So looks like blue then would need a Dorito or triple city tile to go for this kill here. Ideally a splitter, especially when one splitter's already gone. So the worst of all options can't happen. Yeah. So this move here definitely is worth a deeper analysis, and I think mtu will try to assess which one he could have played instead of that one. So anything else? I don't think so. I mean, I've asked quite a few minutes ago. Well, then I'm out of here. We'll see. Quite likely we'll be streaming something at least tomorrow in the evening. Just check carcassonne.gg, subscribe, like, whatever. See you. Bye-bye.